Good morning, members. I hope everyone's well. Just Sam here. It is currently Thursday morning and the ladies competition has just begun off of the first tee. Forgive me again, I haven't done a video for quite a while. Yeah, forgive me, it's been a bit of a busy period, but hopefully I'll get back on the video train now. Obviously you may see from the planner, a couple of weeks time we've got course renovations. This is going to be relatively low intrusive this year. We're just going to go from some 25mm solid tines followed by 19mm micro tines. And then we're going to put a load of sand out on the greens, approaches and tees as well. So that's going to be a busy week from our side. If you keep your eye on the status and the signs at the first tee, we'll let you know what's open, where and when. But we'll obviously try and be as quickly, we'll try and do the job as quickly as we can. I'm just down on the fourth, and the fourth front left of the green is probably an area that is highlighted now that we need to do a little bit of work to do on the irrigation system, i.e. add another head. So you can see here, front left, we've lost quite a lot of grass coverage, front left. I've just got these two heads up, G1 and G3, to make sure that they're getting as much of this area as possible, and they are. It won't help that this is obviously on a slope as well, which I'll come on to in a moment, but this will be a very simple fix. This winter, what I plan to do is draw off a triangular spacing in this area, put another head in roughly where I am, going back in, and then this area in front of us will be treated as part of the green complex, so we'll be able to keep grass on this area. But yeah, these heads are doing as I want them to do. The heads are covering this area, and you can even see here from the dark and light where it's wet and where it's not been wet. So again, if we get another head in there, but as well we'll do some remedial work to the soil. I'm assuming the soil there is going to be a little bit hydrophobic where it's not accepting that moisture. So going forward, this is an area that will definitely 100% be adding a new head to make sure that the playing surfaces are consistent. On that note as well, as I mentioned, we've got renovation week in a fortnight. You may notice on some slopes and some spots on some greens, I've mentioned it before, mainly around the working zones, but it happens on slopes as well. We've got some dry patch appearing. Now, for us, it's important that we get out there and hand water these areas, which we're doing today, but one of the reasons for this is because we haven't done any aeration to the greens since the last week in February, which is obviously quite a long time ago, pushing performance constantly for all of our board competitions. So therefore, when it gets to this time of year, the greens and the playing surfaces are desperate for a bit of aeration. So come 2 weeks time, we're going to help them breathe, let them breathe a little bit, and we'll be able to get that water into the surface as well, help percolation and infiltration rates as well, because sometimes at the minute when we haven't aerated for quite a while, any moisture or any rainfall in particular will just slide off that surface. What we do with the greens heads is they're on what's called cycle and soak. So to prevent that from happening, where the heads come up and it might puddle and all just slip off of the surface, what we do is cycle and soak, which is where the head will come up for a certain amount of time, it will then go back down, let the moisture soak into the surface, then it will come back up again and finish off whatever time remains on that head. So I think we're currently set, well I don't think, I know, we're currently set to 3-minute cycle with a 10-minute soak. So for example, for a 2mm cycle, each head might need to come up for maybe 5-6 minutes, so therefore it will come up for 3, have a 10-minute rest period to make sure it can soak into that surface, and then it will come up for the remainder of the 2 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever is left once that is soaked in. So this is just, for me, highlights a great area where we can now add on to our irrigation system. Bear in mind, on our old system, we couldn't add on to the system in any way, shape or form. We'd have to get a new pipe coming from the valves. What we can do on our new system is literally just dig a trench from that head to where we want a new head, plop a new head in, and then, like I say, treat this like a green surface. While we're talking irrigation, with regards to water and water usage, you may recall that we weren't able to turn mains water on until a bit later than we would like, so therefore we used around probably 60 to 70% of the reservoir during that time. Once we got mains water on, the club have had mains water on ever since, and we've gone through quite a lot. The reservoir is still maybe 30 to 40% full, and we want to try and keep that just in case we have a commercial hosepipe ban. Obviously we're now entering towards the end of July, so fingers crossed we're through the worst of it, but obviously who knows. So therefore, one thing to bear in mind is the inflow from our mains water comes in at 270 cube a day, and if you think about the average 2mm cycle across all surfaces, that puts out 272 cubes. So if I'm putting 2mm out everywhere on the playing surfaces, we're effectively in a deficit of 2 cubic meters, so we're just going to be eating into that reservoir slightly. Although that's a 2 mil cycle. For example, last night the greens were on for 3 mil, approaches were on for 2 mil, tees were on for 3 mil as well. So we do differentiate every night depending on what conditions and what data that we've collected tells us. So it's not quite carte blanche, 272 cube every night. But please bear that in mind, that we're trying to keep the reserve just in case we have a commercial hosepipe ban. But also we're conscious that any higher than 270 cube, we are eating into that reserve every day. So I hope that all makes sense. Hope everyone's well. Forgive me, this is a 5-minute video, so I hope you've enjoyed it. We'll see you on the course and hope you're enjoying your golf.